Hey everyone. My name is Samantha and I'm a therapist, and I'm doing a video every day for a full year to get through my fear of public speaking and get better at being on camera and learning all of this camera stuff and lighting stuff and everything. And this is video 39 of 365. And every day I'm just doing this video, pumping one out, and it has been a journey, and I've learned so much and made so many mistakes. And so thank you for sticking with me through this. I really appreciate all of you so much. And the video I did last night, I entitled it, what did I entitle that? It was, I changed the title a couple times, but it was Stop Overthinking, Start Becoming Your Own Evidence. And that was spurred by a commenter, an audience member. Thank you so much, a subscriber. And I started thinking about that question that was asked and answered, the couple questions that I answered yesterday in the video. And it just got me thinking about the fact that it kind of took me in a different direction. This wasn't because of the comment necessarily, but it just got me thinking about a different direction I want to go with the channel. And I really want to focus on self-concept. Manifestation is kind of just a byproduct, but I want to focus on self-concept and worthiness, and really teach people how to have better self-worth and a better self-concept, a view of yourself that is just stellar and nothing can touch it. So I have some notes here because I ramble. So I am going to get into some of these notes. So I took some notes because I'm wanting to teach people how to basically have self-mastery and get over the fear of having to prove yourself to somebody, or not feeling like you're worthy enough to have the things that you want, whether it's a relationship or a job or a friend group or anything, or even starting a YouTube channel. You know, that's where I was. I did not think that I was worthy enough to have a voice to speak to people like this. And I've gone up and down in that as I've been doing this. It's like I knew I had a messages, I should say, not just one message, but a few. And I knew that the things I was saying in my individual therapy sessions were helping people. And that's why I was like, I know I can help more people. And I thoroughly enjoy sharing the things that I will be sharing. And so it just got me thinking about how the more you care for yourself, the better you feel, and the better you will help the world, help your family, help your relationship. It all starts with you. It's all about you. And you don't have to prove yourself to anybody else. You don't have to look outside of yourself for validation. When you're giving yourself validation and celebrating yourself, you find that you don't need anything outside of you. And so I started learning about shifting the identity. And so your identity is basically, what you identify with. If I've said before in other videos, like if you complain all the time, you're identifying with the identity of a complainer, basically. Like, I am a complainer, and it's the opposite if you're doing the opposite. If you're a positive person, you identify with, I am a positive person. And so I think that it's very important to look at what you're thinking and what you're feeling and what you're saying to yourself, what you're saying to other people. I'm real big on inner conversations. What are you saying to yourself? Because whatever you're saying to yourself, whether it's, oh my God, this traffic is horrible today, or oh my God, I look terrible today, I didn't get enough sleep. We start our days off like that sometimes. And so I really encourage you to start your days off with better feeling thoughts and better feeling things that you say to yourself. So, and I used to be that person that I would have trouble doing that. I was baseline a pretty happy person, but I would let the outside stressors take me over sometimes. So I'm telling you right now, you do not have to live like that. You have a choice in how you view yourself. And as you view yourself differently and you start to show up for yourself, your world will shift so fast. I mean, it is amazing the synchronicities that will start to happen once you shift your inner world. And that's what I did with this channel. There is no way I would have gotten on this channel ever. Like, I was so self-conscious, I don't know really what it was from, just probably all the past programming from abuse and just the things I would tell myself. And if anybody would say anything like, "Oh, I don't like your shirt," I would just take that in as like, "Oh my God, they didn't like my shirt. Oh my God, it must be like ugly," or, you just take it to the extreme. And so if you take it to the extreme, I want you to really, really bring that back in, reel it back in, and really think like, what triggered me about this one thing that this one person said? What actually triggered me? Or whatever triggers you're experiencing, even if they didn't come from somebody else. If you're feeling like, oh my gosh, my day just started and I feel like I need to go back to bed because I need to start the day over, there's something in your thinking patterns that needs to shift. And you're identifying with those thoughts so much that you believe them and they aren't even true. And you can literally start programming in a new set of beliefs every single day. It just starts with that first moment when you wake up and being consciously aware of everything throughout your day as much as you can be, and staying in the present moment, because all you have is that now moment that turns into another now and another now. And if you just stay very much in your now and you acknowledge, I am safe, everything is fine right now, I'm good, what do I want to think next? Because your brain is just on fire to take you back to your past thoughts. It is so addicted to thinking to the past. It does not want to shift to the positive. It's like, no, I want to keep you, in your negativity because you're addicted to it, and it feels so good to stay in your comfort zone. And I really want to encourage everyone to get out of your comfort zone. Like, get out of it now. It feels so much better on the other side, I promise you. It's on the other side of fear, and fear is not real. They say that it's not real at all. It's just, false evidence appearing real. It's not real. It's something we create from the way that we have been brought up. It's the things that were programmed into our minds. We can literally reprogram at any moment. And so that's kind of what I've been thinking about is identity, how to shift at the identity level, how to change your self-concept to feel better, and that changes your outside circumstances. So let's see. Yeah, the whole point, I think, of my channel is to really keep things as simple as possible. And the video that kind of I would call blew up a little bit today was becoming your own evidence, not looking to all of these things around us to say, yeah, I'm only going to believe this if I see evidence of it from a study. That used to be me too. I was like, I was kind of a magical thinker. I would think some things and just have faith about them, and then I'd see that they worked for other people, or, there's that social proof that we seem to need from everyone. And there's a realness about that. We look to others for data. But in all my videos, lately I've been talking about, become your own data. Don't trust other people outside yourself. Trust yourself. Really trust in what you know about you. And I think it starts with knowing who you are and what you want. Most people don't know what they want. They might be very vague with what they want. Like, I just want to be happier. I just want to live a comfortable life, or, all these things. But get really, really specific in what you want to feel when you have something that you want. How would you feel if you had that brand new house that you're wanting, or that brand new relationship, or a restored relationship? That's really important. How'd you feel if you had that baby, or that $1 million, or, the new camera? I got my new camera and I had to learn so many things about it. I had to, the sliding, and I've had to learn so many things that took me out of the comfort zone. And I just trusted in myself that I knew that I'd be okay and that I'd be able to figure this out. And I want to tell you that too. You're capable of figuring out any problem that comes your way. It's not really a problem. It's a challenge. That's just an obstacle. It's just something to just hop right over. Like video games, like Mario, just hopping right over the little, obstacles. That's it. It's just having fun every moment, trying to figure out what's my next best, exciting, passionate step I could take in life. And what would just excite me the most to do right now. And it turns into, you just start to feel better after a while. And you notice that your anxiety is like not as much as it was yesterday or last week, and I recommend measuring your progress, really looking back when you do start making a change in what you're thinking. Really look back at your progress. We tend to not do that. We don't notice the little things. And I really encourage getting a notebook or a journal or something you can write in, and really write down every day something that you did that day that really moved the needle for you towards what you're wanting. You know, the littlest things. I mean, last night, my mic receiver, I had it mounted on the camera, and so it was giving some feedback to where it sounded like pulsing noises. So I think I read somewhere that you can take the receiver and let it kind of hang off, and it would not have that sound anymore. So I did some testing, and I found out that was true. So now it's just hanging down instead of mounted on there, and the sound sounds so much better. So I could have just crumpled on the floor, with frustration, because there's been so many frustrating things about learning all this. But I said, you know what? I'm capable. I can do this. And hopefully it inspires somebody else that feels like they're just incapable in life in certain areas. You can literally do anything you want. You just have to believe that you can. And when I finally started implementing that, and I finally started saying, you know what? I'm tired of listening to everybody else and what they say. I'm going to start listening to what I say. Because what you say is most important in your life, because it's your life. It's no one else's life. No one else gets to dictate how you feel, what you believe, what you do, nothing. And so when I finally just let go of having to prove myself to people, or try to earn love from people, or try to prove that I was smart, or that I was this or that or whatever, I just decided, no, I'm just going to be me. This is me. And this is literally me on camera. This is not me acting or anything. This is who I am. And I started saying to myself that I am capable of doing anything. Instead of being nervous about YouTube, I started saying, no, I'm not going to be nervous. I'm going to be excited about it, because I know someday that these tens of views will turn into hundreds, will turn into thousands. At some point, I will start helping lots of people. And even if I just help one person, that is enough for me. It truly is. And it's just so much fun to do the videos now, because it challenges me so much. And eventually I'll learn about hooks and intros a little bit more. I'm learning how do videos get a lot of views? Well, you got to have a hook in the front of the video. So I might start putting some hooks in there, and just kind of having fun learning the process. But I never would have thought I would have been doing this. And so I wanted to, but I didn't think I had the capability or the confidence. And I'm telling you, you build confidence before you do something. You don't get confidence before, you get the thing. You have to build your confidence, jump in, whatever it is. It could be anything. If you're holding back on getting into a relationship, applying for a job that you think you're not good enough for, starting a YouTube channel, getting married, I don't know. It could be anything. Starting a diet that you've tried 25 diets before and you didn't do well at it, do it again. Get confident in yourself. If you have to lie to yourself, it's almost lying to yourself. It really is. It's almost like being delusional in a way, but really what it is it's shifting your thought that I am incapable to saying I am capable, I am confident. Because I started doing that. I started saying, no, I'm confident. I would just transmute that energy immediately. As soon as it would come out of my mouth or I'd think it, I'd be like, no, we're going this way today. I'm deciding today I'm identifying with this type of me. I'm this version of me and not the old version. The old version was not confident in myself that I could do something like this. So I started pumping that into my brain, and it took over. It just took root. I don't think the old way anymore. The only thing that I get a little bit weird with is what am I going to do this video about? But in the grand scheme of things, I'm going to start planning the videos more and all that. So it's the more you just jump in and just be you. You are great enough the way that you are. You really are. And you have to know that about yourself. No one's going to tell you that, really. Most likely, because a lot of people don't feel good about themselves. And that's another reason why I wanted to start this, was to really get into your brain that you can tell your brain to think anything you want it to think. Don't look outside yourself for validation. If you don't have many friends or you don't have many people around you telling you that you're great, then come to my channel and I will pump it into your brain every single day if you need to for a while to help you reprogram. Because I had to do that to myself. And I didn't have that many people telling me I'm great and all this. I had to really, really create it. And I had some circumstances that were not looking so good. And I had to totally just disregard them and say, no, I'm going to stick to this vision that I have for this empire I want to build. I want to build an empire. I want to build this positive, loving space where people can finally feel safe to be themselves and actually truly feel worthy. Not just acting like they feel worthy or feeling worthy for a few days and then going back to the old programming. No, we want to change the programming, which changes you. It changes your whole identity at the root level, not just fixing a few symptoms, you know? So tonight, before you go to sleep, decide on what your intentions are for tomorrow. Pick one or two. Just like I intend that tomorrow I'm going to have a wonderful, tomorrow's the 4th of July. So tomorrow I'm going to have a great 4th of July. Like I'm just going to have a great day. Even when you think you're going to have a crap day, just say, no, I'm going to decide today that I'm going to have a great day. Like the old programming, the old me said, no, I'm not going to have a good day because it's predictable. It's going to be, it's Friday, so this is going to happen tomorrow. I know this is going to happen because it happened yesterday. It's just going to happen. No, today we're going to think differently. We're going to slowly start telling ourselves a little bit more of a thought that feels a little more relief to it. Just a little bit more, even 1%. Or you could go for the big one and just say, yeah, I'm totally different today. My day's going to be amazing, even when it might not be fully amazing. You just start telling yourself, feeding your brain, feeding your mental diet with these positive affirmations. And that's just like almost the first baby step that you can take towards reprogramming your identity. And in other videos, I'll talk more about how to shift really fast, how to shift your mental state. But any second you can shift your mental state. And from there, your perception, you're perceiving your whole world from that mental state. So keep that in mind that your energy is powerful. And it's that powerful that whatever you're thinking and feeling, you're going to view your world that way. So only look within as much as possible, unless you have fun doing research. And I'm done with research for the most part. I have researched myself to death. I was paralyzed. And now I've just freed myself from having to look outside myself. I'm not against anything anybody does. I'm for anything that works for everybody. Whatever works for you, you continue to do it. I'm just telling you what I've experienced and talking from my heart and my own experience and just wanting to share it with you so that you can hopefully take some hope or some sort of something from me. Steal my energy, just take it. Because you can do this too. You can feel great about yourself. And that is literally the number one thing that I want people to know, is that you can feel great about yourself and you deserve it. And you're worthy and you're amazing. And if you haven't been told that in a while, start telling yourself that because you deserve it. And again, if you don't have anybody to tell you things, come back here, comment down below and tell me what you need to hear. And I'll put it in every freaking video from now on. I want you to feel great all the time about yourself. There is no reason to feel bad about yourself. Do not listen to your past people who have told you you're different and you suck and whatever they've told you. Do not listen to them, and do not listen to the bad things you tell yourself. Catch yourself and say, how would I talk to my best friend right now? You wouldn't talk to her that way, her or him. You need to be your own best friend. That is like so cliche. They've said that before in the past. They meaning, I don't know, a lot of people. Be your own best friend. Pretend like you are that you are your best friend. I mean, literally, because you really are. You're with yourself 24/7. Like you're just with yourself. You're stuck with yourself forever. So you might as well start loving yourself because you're perfect the way that you are. And we'll keep talking about this every day. I'm just going to pump it into your mind and we're going to rewire. We're going to disrupt, rewire, and live a great life that we maybe haven't ever thought we could live. You're going to expand your consciousness so much by doing these things. So tomorrow, tonight before sleep, decide what your intention is for tomorrow. And then when you wake up, you're going to repeat that to yourself. This is what I intend today. Even if it's, I intend to feel 1% better. I intend to, smallest thing you can think of even, or the biggest thing, whatever it is that you want to say to yourself, you want to see happen in your life tomorrow, just start intending for it. And your thoughts and feelings and behaviors will start to align with that intention. That's what you want to do. Everything needs to align with what you're intending. It's kind of like a little plan for your day. And so have that in your mind overnight. And you can also create an imaginal scene where you see something that you're wanting. Like you could actually try this visualize your day being an awesome day tomorrow. Visualize it any way you want. It's the 4th, it's a holiday, so have fun with it. Envision fireworks and envision a bunch of friends with you, a bunch of people that you maybe don't even know, and you're just having a great time with them. Maybe you're having a cookout or something. Just visualize this scene of something that indicates that you have something you want already and see what happens. Fall asleep with that feeling of what it would feel like. And then when you wake up in the morning, have the intention set already. You know what your day is going to be like because you're deciding it. Just practice this. I promise you, you become your own evidence. That's it. You're your evidence. You don't need anybody else's data. You get to decide in your life what you want to experience, what you want to feel, what you want to think, how you want to behave. You get to choose that every single second. And you're only operating off of yesterday's news, basically. Yesterday's news is your old thoughts and programs, which are BS a lot of the time. Go back and remember that. Tell yourself that oh, it's like chewed up old bubble gum. It has no flavor left. What am I trying to get out of this? Nothing. I don't need to think that way anymore. I don't have to be anxious anymore. Why would I need to be anxious when I can be happy instead? Start thinking that way, that you could possibly do that. Could I possibly actually feel this way? Could I? And the answer is yes. You can do this. I believe in you, and I will talk to you tomorrow. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I hope you got something great out of this. I hope this helped you. If it did, comment, let me know. Email me, comment, whatever you want to do, let me know. I'd love to hear. And I hope you have a wonderful evening or morning, whatever time it is where you are, and a wonderful 4th of July tomorrow. I'll be doing a video, so we'll talk about the 4th again. So you guys enjoy, and thank you so much for listening and subscribing and everything. I appreciate you all and love you all so much. Have a wonderful night.